All right, so here we're going to divide by 4 whole, and we would divide this by 4 whole, okay? Because we don't divide with fractions, we reciprocate and multiply. So this 4 will actually become 1/4 times -3/2, okay? Once we do that, then we realize that x is isolated. Okay, and when we have here is -3 times 3, times 1 is -3, and 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, all right, let's move forward on our next number 18. On number 18, we find that we are dividing by 3 and 4/10. So we're going to multiply by 3 and 4/10. We multiply by 3 and 4/10, and therefore B is isolated. This is 8. This is 40. This is 6, and this is 30. Okay, and 2 numbers behind the decimal point. And so on number 18, we find that we have 34 and 6/800 is greater than B. Okay? All right. Let's look now at number 20. They ask us to take the word problems and create an inequality. Okay? And therefore, from there, we would solve. It says the quotient of a number. So the key word here is quotient. Quotient indicates that we have a division problem. Okay? So the quotient of a number, all right, and 3 is, at that is, that's where we determine our inequality, at most 4. Okay? And so therefore, we now have our setup. Okay? So let's take it a step further. Let's look at it again. The quotient of a number. Okay? And then it says, and 3, all right, is at most. Now what I want you to do is take your book, and I want you to be sure, I'm trying to find the page for you. I want you to turn back in your book on page 314, okay? Turn in your book on page 314, and I want you to be sure that you are taking a look and becoming more and more familiar with these terms like at most, okay? So you take your book and you look, and when you look on page 314, you see that the term at most is going to give you a less than or equal to symbol, okay? And so therefore, that's where we start, all right? So it says the quotient, which is a division problem, the quotient of a number, x and 3, okay, is at most 4. And that's your problem, okay? And then therefore you solve. Instead of dividing by 3, you're going to multiply both sides by 3, and so that x will be less than or equal to 12, okay? Let's look at number 22. 4 times a number, okay? 4 times a number, all right, is at least. Let's go back to our page 314 and see what at least means, okay? We want to be sure we understand that. At least, okay? And therefore, we recognize that it is greater than or equal to, all right? So 4 times a number. So we have 4 times a number n is at least, okay, and then 12, -12. And so then we go from there. We will isolate n by dividing both sides by 4, and n is greater than or equal to a -3, okay? And that will be number 22, all right? On number 24, you earn $9.50 per hour, okay, at your summer job. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours you need to work in order to buy a digital camera that costs $247. Okay, so what you have here is that you have $9.50 per hour. So every hour, hour 1, $9.50, hour 2, so on and so forth. So depending on the hours. But you're trying to get to $247. You don't want to fall less than that. You want to be equal to it or greater than it, because you know you're sure you have enough money. So here you have greater than or equal to $247. Now you need to solve. You would divide both sides by 950, and you would discover that you need to work approximately 26 hours if I calculated correctly. Hold on 1 second. Let me double check myself. All right. We take the 247, divide by 9.5, and we get, yes, 26. Okay? So that H is greater than or equal to 26. So you need to work at least 26 hours. Okay? That is your lesson for today. See you in the morning.